Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Art Face YouTube channel, and today we are doing our full review of the Pico 4. Now this is really cool because as you guys know, we already did the unboxing video, but now we're going to go like really in depth into the actual headset itself. Like, what does it look like when you're using, like, you know, the pass-through, some gaming, you know, things on that level. So that's what we're going to be doing. I do want to note though that at the time of recording this video, the software that's on the headset right now, this is not the final version, so it's very possible that this could change from the time that you actually receive your headset. So just throwing that out there. But yeah, so we're gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna try to show you guys some cool stuff. I also did some artwork using this headset too, which was really cool. And just to kind of recap over some of the stuff that I talked about in my last video, was the comfort. The comfort of the headset was actually just really impressive. I'm still mind blown every time I put the headset on. It's just it's just one of those things where you're like, wow, is this really happening? Is it really this comfortable? And it is. And you know, I've tried quite a few different headsets over the time that we've been doing, you know, VR and stuff, and this is definitely, I'd have to say, currently at this time, this is the most comfortable headset that I've ever tried. It's so light, and just having like the battery in the back of the headset is truly amazing. So yeah, so I kind of talk more about the hardware side in my unboxing video, so yeah, definitely check that one out. So we're gonna jump right into kind of more of the experience that I've had with actually using this. So yeah, so we're gonna do that. Also too, I do recommend you guys go subscribe to Pico's YouTube channel. I'll put a link for that in the video as well, but that's probably one of the best ways to keep up to date with, like, you know, new things that they're doing with the headset or whatever, or you can always just check their website. So either way, we're gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna start to show you guys some cool stuff that you can do with this headset, and I'll give my thoughts and opinions too as we move through the video. All right, so let's get into it. Okay, so we're using the pass-through right now, which is pretty cool. So you can see my feet and my shoes. But I want to show you kind of how clear it is. So I have my phone right here, and let me put the controller down real quick. So I can hold this up, and you can kind of see it's actually pretty clear. It's not 100% perfect, but it is really cool just not having to see in black and white. So, like, I mean, I could use my phone if I really need to, by using the pass-through. So as you can see, like, pretty decent detail. If I hold it back, it's a little bit clearer. So there's a little bit, probably see in the video, there's some parts of the pass-through that are warped a little bit, but still, definitely beats looking at things in black and white. So yeah, so that's just kind of how it looks. Turn my phone off, pick up the controllers. So yeah, so this is just kind of how it looks. You can see I have the play area around me, or you can, you know, you can change from standing to sitting. You can adjust the floor. So actually, here, let's do that. So if I push that down, it drops pretty much right, perfectly right down here on the floor. And of course, you hit next, and then if you need to, you can either, if you want to, you can draw out your space, or you can just use it like this. So it's it really just comes down to what you want. So yeah, so here we go. So we have default and then custom. So if we do custom, then same thing, drops down on the floor, and hit next, and then you can literally just draw your space however you want to, which is kind of cool. So anyway, obviously that would be a terrible play boundary. But yeah, so that is the color pass-through on the Pico 4. Alrighty, so I want to show you guys the app library. So we're gonna go here to the store, and I'm gonna we'll go here. So you'll be able to kind of see what all they have. Now they actually have a lot of games. So in just a second, I'm gonna click browse all, but I just kind of want to show you the layout of the store and everything that they have in here, which is pretty cool. And they're always adding new games. Like, they're always adding new stuff, which is really cool. Also, too, the microphone that I'm using right now, this is the microphone right off of the Pico 4, which is really cool. So, okay, so we have, so yeah, as you can see, I was just scrolling through these right here. By the way, I played this the other day on here. It runs really well. It was a lot of fun. Okay, so we have here some new releases. I want to try this. This actually looks like a good bit of fun. Um, so yeah, so these are all the new releases. I've been wanting to play that game for a minute, so at some point I'll play it. But yeah, by the time I post this video too, there's a high possibility that they're gonna even have new games that are on here. So also too, here we have these ones here in the coming soon section. Some of these other games that I scrolled through, they were here, but they've released since then. So yeah, so as you can see, you have The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners coming, and this one right here, I've seen some video of this one. It looks pretty fun. I actually have this game. This one right here, I almost beat it, but yeah, that's on my other headset. But yeah, so that one's gonna be fun to try to play here on the Pico. This is a great game. So is you guys already know how awesome that game is. So yeah, so this is just kind of like, it's a really clean page, really clean layout, so you can just see here what's the latest ones that have been updated. You can actually click on that too, and then if there's more here, then it will expand. I'm assuming. So yeah, but anyway, these are the most recently games that have been updated, and then you have your top sellers. Again, you can click on that too and just kind of see what are some of the top ones. But yeah, so anyway, so now what you're probably really wondering is, oh wait, we have one more list. Let's go to featured. So there we go. So this, I don't believe this is actually out. It's saying free right now, but I think that's just because of my headset. So thankfully, Pico was so generous and gave me full access to the store, so it's just pretty cool. So yeah, so anyway, so kind of cool stuff right here. So you can click on these, and yeah, as you can see, I mean, they have a lot of games, like they really do. Turn the sound down, but yeah, so I'm sure people are familiar with this game, which I actually played a little bit of. I want to get into this game. I just have to have more more time to be able to play it. As you can see, there's a good classic, Arizona Sunshine, Hyper Dash. That's another one I've been wanting to play. But yeah, so lots and lots and lots of games. Now let's go here to browse all. So I'm just going to scroll through the entire library. At any point you want to pause the video to get a better look at some of these. I'll try to scroll a little bit slow so you can kind of see some of the titles that are in here. That's another game I've been wanting to play. There's so many different games and so little time. This one I went ahead and downloaded that one, and that one is it's cool. It's really interesting playing some of these games that I've actually played before, but playing them on this headset. That's really cool. There's another really great game, and I love this game. This is really interesting. It's pretty much a Spider-Man simulator. Played this the other day. I wasn't really prepared for how much of a workout that game really is. It's pretty cool. There's so many games on here, and I just, there's a lot of these games I've seen, or some of them I've actually never seen, and I'm like, man, I really want to play this. That's another survival game that I want to play. I like survival games where you have to craft, craft things and stuff. So, Rec Room is a great one. It needs to update though. So yeah, so this is pretty much it as far as where it ends. But as you can see, I mean, there's a lot of games on here. So, and if by the time you actually finish any of these games, there's going to be new games that are added on here. Like I said, I feel like almost every week, you know, even when I had the Pico 3, even when I was hopping on there, I would always see like new games coming soon. So yeah, it seems like they're always updating this. So it's just good to know. It's good to know like what is out there. This is a wild game. I played that the other night. I was like, what are we doing? Alrighty, so I am recording in multi-brush on the Pico. So for those of you that are familiar with my channel, you guys know I absolutely love drawing in VR. And so far, this experience drawing on the Pico, pretty seamless. This is really great. So super, super stoked about that. Alrighty, so this was the kind of final version of what I was doing, and so yeah, I was able to create this. This is all completely on the Pico 4. No connection to the PC. This is just using the multi-brush app that's already on the Pico store, and yeah, I was able to complete this whole thing. So um, yeah, super super stoked, and let me just say the experience while I was drawing this, um, extremely comfortable. So yeah, I don't think not once did I adjust my headset in any kind of way. Um, so yeah, so I've been drawing. I think what I probably took me probably about like what 45 minutes to do this. So not bad. Not bad. This is just just drawing from my imagination too. So the whole process was very smooth. The controllers, I know you can't see them right now, but these were actually really comfortable holding for that period of time. Drawing, trying to give as much feedback as possible. Uh, Definitely, if you're an artsy person and you're curious about doing artwork, with this headset, you'll have a very, very comfortable experience. Yeah, so I got the hand tracking working. Um, it's not too bad. Um, Also too, I don't. It might need a little bit more light in here, but I mean, it's pretty decent, but it's a little it's a little jittery. So I'm trying to see like how close can I get my hands together. So as you can see, I'm kind of like losing tracking right there. It's a little shaky, but it's still not too bad. It's quite interesting. It feels kind of funny, but yeah. So it's cool. So the one thing I do kind of like is so to click on stuff, you hold like this, and so like, oops, I did not mean to. Sorry. Okay. Well, oops. There we go. Go back home. Okay. I'm still trying to get used to the controls. They're different from the other hand tracking that I'm used to, so I'm still trying to get used to that. But to scroll, you just like, oh well, I already I was at the bottom. So yeah, so you put your thumb like you're doing a thumbs up, and then you push your thumb down, and then you pull. Oh, I'm. This isn't a good spot to be doing it here. Let me go into like the store, and we'll go to browse all. Okay, so yeah, this is much better to try. So this is how the hand tracking works, and you do actually like squeeze in on your thumb a little bit, which, believe it or not, it kind of works a little bit because um I wasn't actually trying to click on that, but it actually is kind of cool because it makes it feel like well, I mean, you're pushing on your thumb, but it still kind of gives the appearance as if you're clicking a button, which is kind of cool. And then um you can scroll too. Oops, let me see. It's gonna take me a while to get used to this, honestly. So yeah, so then to scroll, like, you could just scroll sideways. I think that's as far as it goes. But yeah, so you could do that. And then to go home, you just go like this and then open your hand just like so. So yeah, so the tracking's not it's not too bad. So yeah, so I'll lose the tracking if I get my hand a little bit close to the headset. Okay. Oh, one more thing I wanted to show with the hand tracking. One of the gestures I think is really cool is oops, sorry. Click back on. Okay, so if you changed your position, so like right now we're standing, in the front. Oh yeah, and you can point too for like as I'm pointing, you see like I have like the little cursors right there. But if I were to change this way, a cool gesture is if I put my hand like this, then it recenters everything, which is really cool. So turn back, put my hand out. Gotta hold my hand close enough so the headset can see. That is pretty smooth. Like that's a pretty cool feature right there. Just putting your hand out like that and it knows, it's like, oh, recenter. That's really cool. I really like that. That's pretty sweet. This above me is extremely clear. Also, too, because there's no on the pancake lenses, there's no there. We don't have those rings like we do on some of the other headsets. Um, you don't see God rays at all. And then also too, there's no screen door effect, which is really cool. So here's something that's really cool. So I'm gonna pick one of these cards up, and I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but for me, this is extremely clear. So if I hold it back here, it's a little blurry, but the closer I bring it, I can see that that is really really clear. Oops. What did I do? Did I grab a Oh, I don't know what I did. I grabbed a wand or something. Let me see. Is there a certain way I was supposed to
Over there.
Oh,
Everyone.
that's why. So it's like when I point here, let me turn around. So yeah, when I point here, it lets me pull out the wand. So let's see if I. That's cool. I guess I could just test them out. Now I have two. That's cool. It's like a black hole or something. But yeah, I really want to get more into this game. I haven't had the time yet. But everything looks really, really nice in here. Even just the texture on my hands. This looks very nice. Alrighty, so giving kind of my closing thoughts on this, who is this headset really for? So I would say definitely like VR enthusiast, and then also just the mainstream casual gamer, or also too for someone that wants to do fitness. Quite a bit of fitness apps that you can actually use on here, like rhythm games, workout games, and the fact because the headset is so light, you're going to be able to do that without any issue. So I can clearly see someone actually being able to like work out in this and um, have a really good experience. The one thing I am wondering about though is for the cushion. So if you're doing a lot of working out, you're probably going to end up sweating, and so I'm just wondering if they're going to have like a something that you can put on like on the face insert to kind of keep this from getting getting too full of sweat or anything like that. So hopefully there will be some type of like little face insert that can slip over this or something. yeah, so I'm gonna try to ask them about that and see if I can get a response. But yeah, definitely good headset for working out for sure. Um, trying to give all of my final thoughts on the things. Most of that, as far as the hardware side, I covered that, like I said, in my unboxing video. But I can't stress how comfortable this is. Also, too, just I don't know if I mentioned at the beginning of the video, but this is Pico's. This is their newest headset. This is completely brand new. Um, so yeah, so this is really cool. It's not something that I'll be able to, or it's not something that's here in the States, but thankfully they were kind enough to send me one, so thankfully I'm not left out. So thank you, Pico, for sending me one and kind of just keeping me in the loop, which is really cool. So I really appreciate that. The ventilation system too that's on the headset is really nice. So every now and then you'll feel like kind of like cooler air blowing on your face, and I also believe that helps from keeping the lenses from like fogging up. So we'll see, especially when the weather starts getting cold, because for me, whenever I'm playing VR, that's usually when uh when the lenses start to fog up because it gets all cold and stuff, and then you're breathing and it's warm air. So that will be interesting to see how this works during colder months, which are coming pretty soon. So yeah. Also too, I'm not sure if I had mentioned it in my last video, but there's the volume rocker is right here on the side. And one thing that's really cool too is when you have the volume turned all the way up, people on the outside don't. I mean, you can still hear it, but it's not super loud. So the sound mostly is going to you, which is really cool. I noticed that a lot yesterday during like a little session. It was pretty cool. So that's something to keep in mind. Also, too, the battery life. The battery life seems like you get about like 2 hours, like 2 good solid hours of gameplay. I'm sure over time there will be ways that people can attach battery packs and stuff. But for someone like me, 2 hours is plenty of time. Like I usually never go beyond that when I'm actually doing any kind of like VR sessions or anything like that. So for me, it's fine. The battery life is completely just fine. So anyway, so yeah, so if you want to know all of the exact specs and everything, like I said, I'm going to put a link in the description of this video to the places where you can actually pick one of these up if you want one. And then also to, mind you, again, now that's if you're, the link is only going to work for if you're not in the US. Because unfortunately the Pico headset is not available here at the moment. But yeah, so I'll put the page for the specs and all that stuff. You can go over. You can read over all of that if you want to, and just kind of make your own conclusions on how you feel about it. But I do have to stress again, these pancake lenses. This is definitely the way to go. One of Pico's looks like their slogan is imagination is your only limitation, or something like that, which is really cool. I actually like that slogan a lot. Because when you are in VR, it's so easy to get immersed, and you can kind of just like even though the game's already created, you can still kind of create your own story in your mind. Or if you're creating like I do, like mostly I do a lot of like VR artwork and stuff. So truly, your imagination is your only limitation. So actually it fits really well for me. That's a cool slogan. So yeah, that's about it as far as the review for this. I'm gonna keep posting new videos and stuff though about this headset. So definitely keep your eyes locked onto the channel, because I'm just gonna keep putting out content as much as I can with this, because this is such a great headset and it's very comfortable. So yeah, so if you have any other questions, I haven't been able to try anything with connecting it to the computer with like virtual desktop or anything, because like currently right now I don't have access to virtual desktop, but as soon as I do, I will make a video about that and kind of show what it's like to actually like play some games on the computer, because I do have some games in my Steam library that I want to play. So definitely like Half-Life Alyx. So I definitely want to try playing that. So yeah, so hopefully I can get access to virtual desktop. So that's about it, guys. This is my full review for the Pico 4. It's a little lengthy one, but like I told you, I would try to go into as much stuff as I could. And yeah, that's about it. And I I want to encourage you guys to go ahead and hit the subscribe button, give the video a big thumbs up, and if this video was helpful to you, feel free to share it with anyone else that you feel like might have any questions about Pico 4. And yeah, again, thank you so much, Pico, for sending me the headset. I truly, truly, truly do appreciate it. And with all that being said, I hope you guys have an awesome time in your VR gaming, your ventures, and all that good stuff. So I will see you guys in the next video. Take it easy. Bye.